Talking about evicting tenants,
Yes.
what would you say is the hardest thing when it comes to evicting tenants? I mean, I know that it can be very complicated and it can be different for every single situation, but what is one of the main things that you think landlords should do to try and make that process just that little bit easier that would just really help you?
A lot of the instructions that I receive from landlords directly, where they don't have a letting agent or they attempt to self-manage. And normally it fills me with a lot of dread when I take those phone calls, because I know there isn't someone with some expertise behind them that has set all of this up. Now, this used to be a lot more so when Section 21s were still around, and there would be a great deal more emphasis on the documentation that led to the tenancy being entered into, and it needed to be served, and that needed to continually be served after that. But it used to normally fill me with dread when a landlord contacts me and says, well, no, I self-manage everything, because I know that there's going to be gaps in documentation. It's going to need numerous emails to try and eke out everything I need, and that the court will need. So I'm sort of pleased that Section 21 is now gone, because it makes the process slightly easier. I don't need quite as much documentation as I once did. However, saying that, having a well-drafted tenancy agreement, or having a tenancy agreement at all, is always the first step. And if there is a landlord out there that perhaps doesn't have all their ducks in a row, then my advice normally is speak to a letting agent. For a few percent every month, it's normally worth the hassle of dealing with a problematic tenant, or a tenant that refuses to pay the rent, or that is playing loud music at night and is becoming a nuisance, and all the rest of it. And so having a tenancy agreement, possibly prepared by a letting agent, but having some advice at the start of that tenancy, or at some point during it, will pay dividends normally for most landlords. And lettings agents are worth their weight in gold.
So true. You've also answered every question I had in that one answer, so I'm just going to go now, Jay, we're done.